Today we're going to be doing the brown butter chocolate chip cookie recipe that I got from Chef Tom from AllThingsBBQ. It's a fantastic recipe. Hopefully you'll like it. The ingredients needed for today's recipe is 1 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons smoked salt, or I use regular salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 cup of unsalted butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup white sugar, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1 large egg, 1 large egg yolk, 1/2 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1/2 cup dark chocolate chips. And if you choose to do so, you can put 1 cup sea salt kettle potato chips that are crumbled up. But I leave this out. I just can't get myself to do it. Alright, the first step in the process is to brown our butter. So I've got a cast iron skillet. I'll put these 2 sticks of butter, which equals 1 cup, in there and get them to start to melting. With the solids that's in this butter, you have to be real careful not to scorch the solids. The solids, if you scorch them or burn them, it'll make it bitter, and you may as well just throw it out because it's gonna ruin the recipe. But you want to brown this, and it's gonna make these cookies just unbelievably good. I've got this on medium heat, and it is now starting to brown that butter. Those solids are going to collect usually in the middle, and gotta really watch them because they will burn quick. Now you do want them brown, but you don't want them burnt. Alright, this is just about where it needs to be. You can see those solids have definitely browned up a little bit. Now this thing about cast iron, they will continue to cook if you leave them in that cast iron. Pour them in another bowl. And this has to cool and add it in with the other ingredients. In a separate bowl, we need to combine the flour, the baking soda, the salt, and yeah, I'm going to add an extra ingredient in here. I like to put about a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon in these cookies. That's a personal preference thing. I think it just kind of makes the cookies pop. The flour, baking soda, salt, and like I said, we're going with a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we'll whisk this together so it'll be ready when it is time. Alright, now it's time to start adding all this stuff together. The first thing I like to do is take the brown sugar, dump it in here with the white sugar, and I like to just mix them together and get them mixed pretty thoroughly. Now this helps me find the lumps in the brown sugar. When it was mixing, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of lumps, but there are always at least a few. And once they're located, you can usually squeeze them. They'll just fall apart and join the mix. All right, that should have got the chunks out. At this point, we're going to add the brown butter and let that blend in real good. And let's get this to blending. I give that a good mix until it starts to lighten in color. And to that, I'm going to add the eggs, one at a time, on around a medium speed. And then we will add the vanilla. It is now time to add our dry ingredients. And add them about 1/2 at a time. Get that combined together. And now for the moment we've been waiting for. It's time for the chocolate chips. I'll add a little bit to the side here of the dark, then some of the semi-sweets, and we just need to blend together. And I don't do that for very long. It is now time to pan these up. Now, I'm using a pretty small scoop to pan these up because I'm trying to make a smaller cookie. Now, if you were trying to make a bigger cookie, and I have made these into big cookies, and they are fantastic, but I'm making some pretty small cookies, so I am using a smaller scoop. Depending on what size cookies you want will determine what size of scoop you will use. I'll try to space them evenly, you know, try to get a couple inches in between each cookie, and I don't really want them to blend together. And these are ready to go to the oven. I've got the oven preheated to 350, and we're going to put them in the oven for approximately 15 minutes. And I'm going to set a time. Well, the alarm just went off, and now it's time to take the cookies out of the oven. I'll take these cookies and I will put them on a rack so that they can cool. I try to take them out of the pan as quickly as I can because in the pan they will continue to cook. On a cooling rack, the cooking process will end and I won't get an overbaked cookie. Alright, let's see what we've come up with. I choose this cookie here and let's take a look at it. Open it up, you can see the two different kinds of chips. Try that. And the first thing that hits you is the two different flavors of chips. And then you can taste the brown butter. It's a really good cookie. And I think everybody should try this and see what they think. Happy baking.